I'm just adding this disclaimer for this trade for October the 27th, 2015 for German Energy Band. Please read our trading disclaimer. So I like this here. The block came down to like 58.5, which is our higher charts mid. You can see it on the left charts, white dotted line. And previously we did flush below those two green horizontal lines, which are support. So we've broken below them, and this number that came out at 10 o'clock, economic numbers, generally does pop the market a little higher, especially if there's some kind of a lower target to the downside. And I'm thinking there might be a lower target today, maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 41. But we got a weak dot push into this crest, and if you're not short on the brick momentum, like I got, then you wait for this red brick to form, and then you can go short and hide your stop, like for example there, and hide your stop above the upper energy band. And the block on the trade chart on the right pulled back to 58.5, which is that higher charts mid. So you could say to yourself, well, we went back above the support that's supposed to be resistance. Maybe it's support now, right? And I hear you, but the thing is, we pulled back with the trade chart, the block, trade chart's block associated with 58.5. It's pretty darn close, within a tick, and it doesn't have a push up. In other words, weak dot push up into the crest of resistance at about whatever this crest is right here on the trade chart. So I'm expecting price to get below 58.5. I'm expecting price to challenge this valley here on our left chart, our focus chart. So I'm going to pause this. I don't know how long this is going to take. So as we go through here, you'll notice last time we went down to the lower yellow here in its block. It was up and it pushed up. Now we're into the lower yellow, and we need to see bricks, the bottoms of our bricks marching lower down through the lower yellow, and then of course flushing down below this focus chart's lower energy band. Pause. And you can see that we went and challenged this crest again, right? We're like way up in the blue here, with some definite strong dots. So if you're a block trader, this is a crest, and this is not, using your focus chart for a weak dot push into this crest. Obviously these dots are strong, but if you're using this crest to fade with, you could certainly use your trade chart's weak dot push like that, providing you can get a read on this higher chart. So we're expecting, this 58.5 from the higher charts mid to tell us our target, which is our lower energy band. So we would expect 58.5 to break, then we'd expect the focus charts mid to break, and then challenge this valley down here. Pause. Okay, so they retested the block, they pushed higher. They're going to challenge the crest a little further in this upper yellow. This is why if you're shorting, your stop has to be above the upper energy band on the focus. Pause. Another reason, if you're a 3 chart trader and you're looking at the S&P 610-3 chart, you notice that we just took out some support here. Now we're testing its block with support over here, going to be resistance over here. So that was my thinking, if you're a 3 chart trader as well. Okay, so we're starting to see the bricks putting in some lower brick lows, and now we're coming back exactly to 58.5 and tapping on it. Now this is the lower energy band of the focus as well as the 58.5, so we may have to go challenge that new crest before we go lower. It really just depends on who's behind this move, but we have a crest of resistance now that we can draw, for example, right there. Pause. So the initial reason we took the trade was that the block on the trade chart came within a tick of 58.5, and the push up from it had uh, no push. In other words, the upper yellow on the trade chart stayed down and couldn't take out this crest of resistance. So we're expecting 58 and a half now to give us permission to go lower to 55, and you know, we're going to pull back now to the mid on the focus chart, which is approximately 57 3/4, 57 half. So, you know, coming down here, if you're gonna take something out, this area here could potentially bounce a little bit. So, you know, taking something out of the trade isn't a bad idea. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll buy 25, take them out here. So we'll just go up into here, maybe even a little bit higher. We'll take out 25 there and we'll adjust this here. And of course, keep that the same. So we got 25 out, so we got to adjust our stop to 25. And we've got our initial target now. So, like I said, it could still bounce. We could still have to go challenge this crest here. They might even, you know, significant target. Sometimes they even go in and, you know, target this crest again, you know, which is our upper yellow. You know, this is the potential of the market, you know, the energy to bounce. But our target to the downside is 2055, so I think it makes a lot of sense. Take something out there, manage the remainder for that larger target. So it's getting to be a long movie. I'm going to pause it. So it's still holding here at this focus chart's mid, and we got out at 8.25. In other words, we got a small little profit on our first half of the trade, 1.25 points on the first half. And there we go. We're starting to get some follow through. But it's quite often it'll bounce up from there, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, not so much moving your stop, but taking something off just to cover some commissions when you're this far along here. Pause. Also wanted to mention this piece of software. It's a free piece of software. You can download it. You can let me know if you can't see that. I think it's called tingan.com. But this is a great way to keep track of the full moon and the new moon. I generally went around the full moon before by 3 days, or the new moon before by 3 days. I generally watch my trading quite a bit and play very, very conservatively. Typically around full moons, I find myself wanting to be more aggressive, so that way I'm aware of what could potentially change my, you know, pattern, and you know, essentially use this to govern myself. So you can see prices coming down to this 56. This is our support level, 56. And you notice our lower energy band moved up. So we're just going to move it on up, maybe even a little bit more, and cancel our stop there. So we were able to get something on this move. I'm not being greedy here today. I've had some trades already. But I do think bigger wise, there's some more downside to the market. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here. It's about a 9-minute video so far. Like I said, I think 41 is definitely on the radar here as we you know, we come into this valley here. Could it bounce? You know, definitely we could bounce from the valley, but gives you a bit of an idea, you know, when you're going through the trade, as to, you know, monitoring yourself. You could have used these white dots, for example, or red dots here on the left chart. You know, for example, this live dot here, you could put your stop, say 9.5, something like that. and monitor yourself that way, and just stay behind the previous red dot when you're short on the focus chart.